What is up, everyone? It's Ryan living in Cambodia making videos so you can see what it's like to live in the Kingdom of Wonder. And I guess I'm trying to get people to move here, maybe start a cult of sorts. I got a great Kool-Aid recipe that I really want to try out, so yeah, come on by. But this video isn't about living in Cambodia. This is a Tales from the Road. I've been to like 37 countries or so, and when people find that out, they always ask me the question, what's the most dangerous place you've been? Ooh, danger. I don't know what it is with people. And then the boat rounded the river bend, and there was a family of elephants just bathing in the waters right there in front of us. It was majestical.
That's cool. But have you ever seen anybody get stabbed in the face?
No, not in the face. I guess some people just associate travel with danger. Like when I tell people I'm going to Kyrgyzstan and Uzbekistan for the summer, they don't think about the beautiful mountains and the rolling grasslands. They just go, that's next to Afghanistan, that's dangerous. Oh yeah, by the way, I guess I'll make this the official announcement. Sara and I are traveling to Kyrgyzstan and Uzbekistan for the summer. That's next to Afghanistan, that's dangerous. Stay tuned for those videos and to see if we get stabbed in the face, I guess. Now, if I were to name the most dangerous country I've been to, I'd have to look at some statistics for that. Ecuador now has the highest homicide rate in Latin America. We lived there about 3 years ago when it was less dangerous, but I mean, we did get robbed there, so Ecuador definitely has to be the answer. But truth be told, I never really felt in danger in Ecuador, other than the time when the guy was holding a gun up to my head and telling me he wants my bag. That, yeah, I felt a little in danger then. But I never looked around and thought, this is a dangerous place, I have got to get out of this area. This is because when we travel, we avoid the dangerous areas.
My, you're smart.
We don't, for example, land in a city and immediately take a train to one of the most dangerous areas in said city. No, we don't do that. Unless we're in New York.
Start spreading the news.
The very first time we traveled to Southeast Asia, we had a big layover at JFK Airport, the largest airport in New York City. So we decided to take the air train, JFK's transit system that links passengers to various terminals and to the New York City subway system. Our plan was to take the train to a New York neighborhood and get a big American breakfast, as it was like 8 in the morning and we had 4 or 5 hours to kill. And so we did that. We got off the train at Jamaica Station, Queens, New York, and we hit the street looking for a place to eat breakfast. Keep in mind, this was back in 2012, 12 years ago, so I don't know what the neighborhood is like now. Let's just see. Most dangerous neighborhoods in New York City. Jamaica Queens is on this list. Jamaica Queens, there it is. And number 12 makes the list, Jamaica Queens. Oh my God, this is the place. I swear to God, that is the place we went for breakfast. Crown Fried Chicken. I didn't know if I was gonna be able to find it because I tried to Google Map search it and it didn't pop up. Oh, look at this. Can you even get the address for it now? Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. I remember getting off the train, looking around and thinking, there's not much here. This is a pretty crappy neighborhood, but I didn't feel like I was in danger at that time. I just felt like this is not going to be that great of a breakfast. Actually, let's look up the address and then we can see it on Street View. So it's a pizza place now, but I believe we can change the date. Yeah. And we can look at older photos. June 2012, that's like 3 months after we were there. That's it. That's pretty much exactly what I remember. So we basically walked around this block looking for a place to eat, and we ended up settling on Crown Fried Chicken here. I think it was the only option that we could find, but I do remember that we were coming back from this direction and then some guys started yelling at each other like right here. Like I said, it was like 8 in the morning and these guys they seemed way too aggressive for 8 in the morning. So we decided to go into Crown Fried Chicken, which had a pretty rough looking clientele. Didn't look all that great, but of course I never judge a book by its cover, unless I'm judging a book cover competition. I was definitely feeling out of place though. I was a bit nervous. You got to remember, this is a 29-year-old Ryan and Sara. We're fresh-faced. We're excited for our first trip to Asia. We've got our big backpacks with us. You can just picture these dorks all wide-eyed, sticking out like a sore thumb, walking into Crown Fried Chicken.
Oh shit! We got Rick Steves up in this bitch!
We went up to the counter and I ordered a breakfast set. I don't even think I looked at the menu. I just saw a breakfast set. Yeah, that'll do. Get that in me. And I remember the lady asked me, do I want turkey bacon or beef bacon? And I chose turkey bacon and thought, maybe this place is a little bit classier than I thought it was. But then I turned around and surveyed the establishment. Apparently, the angle you get when you enter the restaurant is Crown Fried Chicken's good side. There were about 6 people in the place. 3 of them were obviously on crack. They were dirty, twitchy, and covered in lesions. One of them scanned the restaurant constantly, presumably looking for more crack. The 3 people that weren't obviously on crack, they were probably on crack. In fact, if they would have been the only 3 in the restaurant, I probably would have just filed them under the obviously on crack category. But Crown Fried Chicken had me reevaluating my entire crackhead scale system. I think by this point, I had fully realized I was deep inside a New York City ghetto, and I'd like to confirm this with help from special guest, Mr. 50 Cent.
We both came up on the gritty streets of Jamaica, Queens. 2 street kids, now men.
Let's go!
Many men wish death upon me.
Yep, 50 Cent was shot in the face in the streets of Jamaica, Queens, New York. I always take Sara to the nicest places. While we were sitting, waiting for our food, someone came in the front door. My head spun, expecting a rain of bullets. But what I got, well, it's the real star of this story. A woman walked in. She was very much overweight. She had a stained t-shirt on, and she was sporting one of the most glorious mustaches I had ever seen on a woman. I froze, afraid to blink in case it disappeared. It made me feel excited and gross and a part of something special, you know? It wasn't just above the lip, it stretched down to the corners of her mouth like a thick, black frayed rope. The type of rope that could hold a ship in place on a storm-beaten sea. If the people from UNESCO knew about this lady's mustache, her upper lip would immediately be declared a World Heritage Site. My gaze was broken as the woman from the front counter signaled us over. Our food was ready. I went up to retrieve the food just as the mustache lady approached the counter to order. I'm not gonna lie, this lady intimidated me. She didn't give a f***, and that was obvious right away. It was written all over her face, specifically in the area between her nose and her mouth. As I turned to take my food away, I got a close-up view of the monster stash. She actually ordered the same thing I did, and I watched as the hairs flapped with every spoken word.
Turkey bacon.
Grind snuck through. Yeah, so this lady didn't give a f***. Did I mention that? We were just a few hours into a vacation, one that I was secretly hoping would be life-altering, and here I was, witnessing unfetteredness at a level that I had never witnessed before. By the time I got back to my table, I had a new outlook on life. No longer would I care about what other people thought of me. Judging eyes would be pitied or ignored. My new mantra? Embrace the stash. I reevaluated my life as I picked over my horrible breakfast. Toasted pancakes, overcooked eggs, turkey bacon so greasy that it made regular bacon look like the healthy option. When I was done, I headed out the door, pausing for a moment to take one last glance at the inspirational patch of hairs.
These eggs are too hard.
You tell him, I thought. You tell him. And that's the most dangerous place we've been. Kind of tricked you guys into watching this, didn't I? I just want to talk about this lady's mustache. But if I would have called the video the biggest mustache I'd ever seen on a lady, yeah, probably wouldn't have clicked it. I mean, it really was pretty eye-opening. Here we were concerned about traveling Southeast Asia, all the dangers of it. But after the 4.5-month trip, I felt like the most dangerous place we had went to were the streets surrounding Crown Fried Chicken. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you stay tuned for our upcoming summer vacation to Uzbekistan and Kyrgyzstan. I'm going to be putting out a lot of content from that. I know a lot of you probably don't know much about those countries. I don't know much about those countries, and that's one of the main reasons why we wanted to go there. We're looking for something new, a completely different culture than we've experienced. It's been a long time since we've done that, so that should be fun. Take care, comb your hair, embrace the stash. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Look at my face, look at my grades. Don't match up, no love, look at hate. I just